It's not how much we give, but how much love we put into giving. Mother Teresa was a powerful advocate when it came to volunteering. Jessica and I have both volunteered at several different organizations and have been researching the topic of volunteering for the last few weeks. Everyone in the audience can volunteer and will benefit from volunteering if they simply take action. Many problems in our country and community can be aided by volunteers. Volunteers can find jobs that are interesting to them, and the volunteers themselves will receive benefits from volunteering for an organization. This is a community issue because there are many nonprofit organizations right in our community in need of more volunteers. First, Jessica will be talking about the problems in our country that can be helped by volunteers. Second, I will explain the ways to volunteer by doing something interesting and enjoyable to you. And third, Jessica will talk about the benefits of volunteering. Now Jessica will start with our first main point.
Thanks, Alicia. First, I'm discussing a couple of specific common problems that need help from volunteer organizations. Homelessness is a big issue in the U.S. today. The National Coalition for the Homeless estimates that about 3.5 million people in 1 year experience homelessness in the United States. Approximately 1.6 million people have used transitional housing or emergency shelters created by nonprofit organizations. This means 1.9 million people are not being helped due to lack of space and lack of volunteers at the emergency shelters. Another issue in our country is starvation. In the United States in 2015, about 5% or 6.3 million households had low food security. This information is supported by the World Hunger Education Services. Although the number of families suffering from starvation in the U.S. has been declining in the last couple of years, there are still millions of families that can be helped by volunteers. Volunteering at a food shelf, sorting food, and collecting food for the food shelf are all simple ways to make a huge difference. Many of us know there are organizations that need help in our community, but many people feel uncomfortable in certain situations or do not have enough time to volunteer. Now Alicia will talk about our second thing.
Thank you, Jessica. The best way to enjoy volunteering is to find one of the many opportunities that is interesting to you. This can help you feel comfortable and make the time go by faster. Many organizations include helping people, but if that's not at your comfort level, there are several different opportunities based on your personality. In 2011, Lavanya Ramantha and Chris Coronado, writers at the Washington Post, published an article on the different volunteer opportunities. For animal lovers, volunteering at animal shelters, zoos, humane societies, or animal museums are an easy way to lend a helping hand while enjoying yourself. Some shelters require a few hours of training to help you gain knowledge and experience with the animals. You may be asked to help clean cages, walk, feed, or even play with the animals. Another personalized example are for people who like the outdoors. National parks, campgrounds, farms, and watersheds are a few examples. Even something as simple as picking up sticks, planting trees, or picking up garbage in your community can make a big difference. Now that we know some of the different ways to enjoy volunteering, Jessica will talk about the benefits.
As Alicia said, there are many opportunities to volunteer, and along with these opportunities come the vast world of unknown benefits. According to Gene Siegel, PhD, and Lawrence Robinson at helpguide.org, the first benefit of volunteering provides positive physical and mental health. Studies have shown that volunteers have a lower mortality rate than the average person. Retired volunteers are less likely to develop high blood pressure because they are walking more. Volunteering with both people and animals has been proven to relieve stress, anger, and anxiety. Volunteering also increases self-confidence and purpose to the life of the volunteer. Volunteering can also be a distraction to worries or stress you are going through at the moment. Volunteering also gives benefits by helping you advance your career. Depending on the organization you participate in, you may gain experience for a future job. An example of this would be a pre-vet student volunteering at an animal shelter. Volunteering also allows you to try out different jobs if you're unsure of what occupation to commit to. Along with career experience, volunteering looks great on a resume. When you volunteer at a specific place for a long period of time, you are likely to form relationships with the other people working at the organization. This can give you letters of recommendation or possible connections to other important people in your future career. And now Alicia will review what we have learned.
Volunteers can help aid problems in our community simply by finding a volunteer organization interesting and benefiting to them. Today, we talked about the problems of homelessness and starvation in our country that need the help of volunteers. Then we discussed how to make volunteering interesting and enjoyable to you. Finally, we talked about the benefits each one of you can receive from volunteering. From September 2014 to September 2015, the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics reported only 62.6 million people in the U.S. volunteered. That number has decreased by almost 2 million people since 2011. Now it's time for you to take action by volunteering in your community to help increase this number. We now have a quote for you. Those who can, do. Those who can do more, volunteer.